Now, for further analysis, we're joined from Cairo by Al-Ahram newspaper managing editor Ashraf Al-Ashry. Welcome back to Q News. So, what would you say are the key objectives of the Urgent Arab Summit in Cairo?
Good evening for you and for all the viewers. Of course, this summit is the result of a different Egyptian consultation happened in the previous days during through the Egyptian president with the Kingdom of Jordan and other stakeholders in the region, and as he has been doing these calls with 11 of the foreign ministry of the Arab states until they agreed to have this exceptional summit on 27 of this month, and there's another preparation meeting that will happen before the summit. This agenda that will include only one agenda. This statement by President Trump or has proposed about the forced displacement of the Palestinian people from Gaza Strip, and also discuss the Palestinian cause, including the development happening in Gaza Strip, and also what is the kind of Arab efforts to help the Palestinian cause in the coming period in order to start the reconstruction effort. In addition to all of that, to discuss the Egyptian proposal for having international summit or international conference for the reconstruction of Gaza Strip and having a specific fund for Gaza reconstruction. This was an Egyptian proposal happened by the Egyptian Foreign Ministry, Badr Abdel-Ati, and also we will see this Arab approval to invite the United Nations and other related organizations in order to work for the reconstruction of Gaza in the coming period. This exceptional meeting for only one day include a lot of details, the details related to Gaza Strip and the possibility of having a united Arab stance to confront these Israeli and this American practices and American proposals that was completely refused by Egypt and with the whole international community in this critical moment related to the Palestinian people's lives, which need the legitimacy, global legitimacy, with all the support of Arab states.
And how significant is it that Palestine formally requested for this summit themselves? And what does it indicate about Arab coordination?
The American, the Palestinian decision came after this proposal, which considered as a crisis, displacement of these millions of Palestinian people. They are trying to get rid of the Palestinian cause. The displacement of Palestinian people, the forced displacement from Gaza Strip is a crime which will lead at the end of the day to the destroy of the Palestinian cause. Netanyahu and Trump were trying to destroy and get rid of the Palestinian cause after 70 decades, trying to get their rights after insisting to stay at the territories. And we have the historical references supporting our proposal. So calling for this urgent summit where Egypt will have a great pivotal role. We're asking all the Arab states to support this summit in order to have a united Arab states refusing any practices that will came against the Palestinian people, that will help them to maintain their presence on the territories, because this need an Arab stance that will play an important role in changing the current equation, support the Palestinian people, and give them all the needed support, all the political coverage for the Palestinian people for the delivery of aid, and also for discuss the reconstruction of Gaza Strip plan after the Palestinian people have been suffering from destruction that destroyed about 70% of their territories.
And how can this summit make sure that they translate political statements into concrete actions of support to Palestinians?
Right now, the Arab, leading by the Egyptian stance, realize that this great danger, this came by the desire of Netanyahu and Trump by displacement of Gaza Strip, occupying Gaza Strip in order to transform them as hotels, regions, establish many of the residential towers for investment and to control Gaza Strip, which is an occupation, an American occupation with Israeli coverage to occupy and control Gaza Strip, displacing more than 2 million Palestinian people, which is violating the international law. So the Arab Summit will play an important role to have some practical mechanism on the ground with an Arab stance, a very strong statement refusing any kind of practice to displace the Palestinian people, and the Arab states will be clear and firm to refuse any calls to displace the Palestinian people. In addition to that, the summit will form a committee that will travel to different European states and Russia to China in order to have a global stance to reduce any kind of the American pressures, especially after what Trump proposed regarding the forced displacement. So when you have the majority of states from the United Nations, from the major powers, this somehow will force Israel and the U.S. to withdraw from these ideas and to help the Palestinian people for the reconstruction of Gaza Strip.
Well, thank you very much. That was Ashraf Al-Ashry, the managing editor of Al-Ahram newspaper, joining us from Cairo. Thanks for being here.